Yo, what up, guys? It's legit. How have you been? I've been trying to get back into Halo since my little break, and I've been playing pretty poorly, being rusty and all. But here's one of the most recent games I've played, and I thought I'd share it with y'all. I was playing with sSyphoN, Cranium, aka Fires, or Preston, and KuKu. We were playing against Distress, iSi ChAoS, Lenno, and Clook. This was the final game of the series, Game 4, if I remember correctly, so let's jump right into this one. So before we get started, I want to mention that I was playing on Lenno's host. It wasn't my host. I'm not a connection kid, like some of you say I am. I can't always just win on host, but anyways, I'm going to push rockets here with KuKu. I probably should have just ran and grabbed them since I had first look, but KuKu manages to rush in and get those rockets while sSyphoN burns the camouflage. So as you can see here, if you saw how late my nade came out there, that was actually like a full second delay. Lenno's host is New York host, and he's got pretty good internet, but spoiler alert, I'm not going to tell you guys where I'm from, but New York is pretty far away from me, so most, if not all, New York hosts are really bad for me. I get like a full millisecond delay, and I play on pretty high ping since I'm pinging from so far away. But regardless of that, I'm going to try to talk to you guys about how to play on a sub-yellow bar connection or a near yellow bar connection and still get away with doing pretty well. So right now, I'm just going to be playing it slow. Last game, I want to mention that we played Heretic, the game before this one, and I dropped neg 12, and I would not shut up about how bad I was playing and how bad the connection was. Just ask Preston. Preston literally said all my callouts were just me saying how bad the connection was. So I want to apologize to my team for that, just bitching and complaining. If the connection's really bad for you, play through it. I mean, sitting there and bitching about it is no way to go about your business, and it doesn't help you or your teammates out in any way, shape, or form. So, in retrospect, I should have just shut up, but you gotta imagine that on Heretic, on a small map where every shot needs to connect, and every single play is important, every death's important, in a fast-paced environment, if you are shooting potatoes at people, shooting marshmallows at people, and you're getting frequent ping spikes, then you're gonna be in for a rough time. It's gonna be pretty unfair. So I'll show you more examples of how I was playing on high ping as the game progresses. But right now, I'm gonna grab Sniper from Preston's dead body. He does unfortunately get killed by Distress, who is hanging around sword. Throw a nade down for Preston there, and I'm assuming Preston's gonna go foaming at the mouth trying to kill Distress. So he calls out that Distress is on their sword mauler, and I managed to snipe him. Bit of a delay there, as you saw when he flipped over. Right now I'm looking for Lenno. I don't know why I'm kind of taking my time with Lenno here. I probably should just take care of him. Wow, I am just taking my sweet ass time right now. Look at that delay. That was maybe like a 50 millisecond delay. I don't know. I'm not going to get into numbers here, but as you can see, I'm getting a bit of lag compensation. If you guys don't know what lag compensation is, it's basically when you're pinging to a host that's really far away from you and you're playing on high ping, you get a bit of compensation via auto aim when you're playing. Some people notice it, some people don't. If you're an experienced Halo player, you'll notice it. Guys like Metal X and Devil X, who live in Guyana, pretty much in the heart of the Amazon, who are pinging to guys playing on hosts in like Miami or Chicago, New York, California, it doesn't matter. They're going to be getting a bit of compensation where, despite the fact that they're playing on a yellow bar host, some of their shots will register more cleanly than they normally would if they were playing on perfectly playable green connection. Examples of this is with sniping. If you shoot someone in the head with a sniper, maybe you miss by an inch or two. With lag compensation, you're going to get that bit of help, and you're going to get away with getting sniper shots that you normally wouldn't get. It basically makes sniping easier, and it makes BRing a little bit easier, but your shots don't always register, so it can be a bit of an issue. I'm not an expert on this topic, so if you want more information, you could probably just look it up. I guess you could Google lag compensation on first-person shooters, I guess. I don't know. Ask Tommy Cost about this. Tommy Cost knows all about this kind of stuff. He made a video about connectivity and connection diagnostics in the past, so he probably could tell you about it. But anyways, still playing the slow pit game, guys. I've been literally talking about compensation and lag for like 5 minutes, and we are still only 15 kills in. So right now, I'm going to hang around and chill. I'm looking at our long. The last camo did get burned by Lenno. As you saw, I got a nice little double kill with that regen, and I'm doing pretty well so far. Looks like Preston grabbed that next sniper. I was hoping I could get a sniper this game. I only got the sniper that Preston dropped, and as you'll see later on, I'm not really going to be getting a power weapon this entire game off the rip. I'll just be getting my teammates' table scraps, like KuKu and Preston's, but I'm fine with that. I really am. Preston is a better sniper than me, hands down, and I'm more than comfortable letting him snipe. And like I said, I'm totally fine getting his table scraps because that's the kind of player I am, you know? I don't really foam for power weapons. I kind of just try to do my own thing, play support, call out, and in some cases main slay, but for the most part, power weapons, I'll get them when I can, but I'm not going to be prioritizing getting power weapons. So right now I'm rotating to Preston, asking if he has a regen. He says he just grabbed a regen, so I'm going to end up backing off. Equipment control and equipment abuse on this map is really important in slow games because if you have the time to hang around, if you're just going to sit around, you might as well pick up a regen and time it. You might as well pick up the drainer and time it and use it to your advantage for those fights that inevitably will come. So in this scenario, I am trying to wait for a regen. I've got a shoddy right now. Don't like using shoddy, don't like crouching and playing passive too much, but this was game 4, like I said. We wanted to just get the series over with, and as you saw, or as you are seeing, the connection is not ideal for me. I know some of you are saying, oh, I played on much worse connection, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know, this is a very competitive game, and if the connection is even, like, slightly bad for me or anyone, then it immediately poses a disadvantage when players are pretty evenly matched in terms of skill. So I got 2 guys here on me, and I try to stick Clook. Doesn't really work out, and I end up trading. That was my first death that game. I opened up the game 7-0, so not too shabby. So right here, guys, I make a pretty poor play, in my opinion. Preston is telling me that he needs help with camo, and I understand that. I should have stuck with him, though, because I saw Clook here, and I wanted to kill him. And I hit him with a nice insta. sSyphoN, unfortunately, was not close. That's not his fault, because he just wasn't close enough at that point. I was the close guy in camo, and we end up losing camo control, and Preston ends up burning it. So that was a pretty dumb death. I kill ChAoS nonetheless, but I should have helped Preston, and Preston did tell me that I should have helped him there, and instead of arguing with him and saying, oh no, well, you should have gotten the camo, I told him my perspective. I told him that I wanted to kill the guy flanking with the shotgun because I knew he had my shoddy, and I did tell him, you're right, I should have helped you, because he's right, and, you know, my ego's not in it. I'm not gonna argue with him about that, and I'm gonna be honest. So Cranium gets my back here because he's a great sniper, and he takes care of ChAoS, and I'm gonna throw down some nades, try to get an insta off the guy who grabbed rockets. I noticed rockets got grabbed because there was an AR sitting in long haul, so it gave me the green light to not push. It gave me the red light, essentially, because if you see an AR sitting in long haul like that, that lone AR where rockets spawn, there's a very high chance that that AR was swapped for a rocket launcher. So KuKu is sniping, and I get a really delayed kill on ChAoS there, probably, again, like a half-second delay. Getting kind of annoyed, but I'm getting my kills, and my shots, for the most part, are registering, so I don't really have that much to complain about. Because this is a slow game, I can play smarter, but like I said, on faster-paced games, you're going to be in for trouble. So I drop down, and I'm going to grab this rocket launcher. I'm going to rotate away. End up wasting a rocket on ChAoS. That was KuKu's rocket launcher, and he gave me a great call-out. Shout out to KuKu for alerting me of the rocket position, because now I do have the rockets, and we're up 10 currently. Still a close game, though. I mean, up 10 in a slow game like this is a comfortable lead, but if these guys decide to get aggressive and we start dropping deaths, get caught off guard, the gap could be closed pretty quickly. But yeah, my advice to you guys is, if you're playing on higher ping, try to play more passive. If you play really aggressive and start rushing due to frustration, you're going to be in for a rough time, because you're going to be getting people on the other team having shot registration much better than yours, and it's going to screw you over. It's going to cause you to be more frustrated than you already are with the connection, and you're going to be in for a rough time dropping deaths and potentially costing your team the game. Right here, get a really weird spawn. I got like that, you know, yellow bar, the double spawn that you get. Kind of weird, but anyways, I spawn in a safe place, and we're up 11. I'm going to rotate over to Preston, who apparently needed help. Unfortunate. Klook's here with a shoddy, and end up, what was that, like a 7 shot or something? Didn't really count, but probably could have had a better BR there, honestly. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. I probably should have led my shots a little more there, but anyways, I grabbed Preston's regen, and I grabbed the shotgun that Clook dropped. Right here, for whatever reason, I prioritized the needle, not the needles, the coils instead of Lenno. I let Lenno get away because I didn't want those coils screwing me or my teammates over, so I blew the coils. Throw down a regen here. I think camo got burnt at this point, so the regen I threw was a bit futile, but it allows us to have a little bit of leverage in green box here, so these guys can't push. It does, however, look like these guys are trying to get the next set of rockets, and I'm trying to watch the flank right now. If people are fighting in long and green, there's almost always guaranteed to be a flank from training or sword side, so I was looking over there. Looks like there wasn't. Right here, KuKu pushes, and I get a very lucky stick on Clook. Pretty nice positioning, honestly, and looks like sSyphoN dies. sSyphoN called out a weak guy, but there are 3 guys here, and I get some good shots on him, but it looks like I'm not able to get the kill. Lenno's got rockets, so he's crouching in green. I just now noticed that on my death screen because I was cycling through my teammates and I didn't notice that Lenno went green. So when I do this... oh man, I should have seen that coming. If I just stayed on my death screen a little longer, I would have seen that coming, but hey, I was cycling through trying to see what my teammates were doing, and that's what happened. So Preston gets sniped through a wall, literally. I heard him complaining about it. I guess Preston's connection wasn't too great either, but Preston lives a lot closer to New York than I do. Not going to tell you guys where he lives, but I'm assuming that the connection wasn't nearly as bad for him as it was for me. It was pretty bad the game before, but this game, like I said, I played passive, so you don't see it being as bad. But you do see kind of like the lag compensation with the sniping and the delayed grenades. I'm hanging around here, looking for a pusher. Looks like Klook's down here underneath me on runway. I'm nading Distress, who Preston gets weak. He gets away, so I'm thinking I'm going to push Klook before he gets under me or over me. Get a nice little switch of weapons there, and I kill him with the brute shot. Dropping the sniper there for whatever reason. Sorry, Preston, you're a sick sniper, but I'm taking that back, baby. Missed a shot there on Lenno because I suck, honestly. See Distress here hanging around, and he gets away. I catch a hot nade, so I need to stay alive. We're only up 4, and these guys are playing a lot more aggressive. As you guys have noticed, it's a slow game, so every death counts. Preston does die again here on S1 by Clook, who is one shot. He calls out. sSyphoN takes care of him. So only being up 3, we need to stay alive. Only up 2 now. I catch a hot nade. I cannot die here. I've got a power weapon. Preston does get a sick kill, and KuKu does manage to get the cleanup and kill the next guy on training. So I accidentally drop here, and this is bad, but maybe it's not that bad. Later, Clooky, get the baptism, and I blame ChAoS there. And at this point, it's impossible for them to come back because there's only 4 seconds left, and that's the game. We win by 6. So that's going to be all for today, boys. This game, I had 16 kills and 5 deaths. That's positive 11 in a slow-paced, very close competitive match. Typical team slayer, right? I had virtually no assists this game, so sorry to my team for being selfish. Thanks for the views, guys. I appreciate you for continuing to watch my gameplays. Let's keep the classic Halo conversation going. So share your thoughts below, as always, in the comment section. Be sure to check out Preston's YouTube channel as well, which will be posted in the pinned comment below. Comment your thoughts below as well, and I'll catch you all later with more uploads.